Hey guys, what's going on? Justin Zane here along with.
Belamuse, and we are here to go ahead and give our predictions for this Sunday's Payback, right?
That's right. But first, let's give our reactions to one of the most epic WrestleManias in history, WrestleMania 32.
Oh God. I can't really explain just how amazing it was to watch WrestleMania. I thought it was fabulously done. I think my favorite parts are just like when Sean McMahon just jumps
Shane.
from Shane McMahon, sorry about that, just jumps from the hell cell and just like plummets into the announcer table when Undertaker just moves out of the way.
Oh man.
That was my favorite part overall. That in the opening theme song for the Undertaker. But for anybody who's watching this and doesn't know, like I'm like all about Undertaker. I'm just like he is literally the legacy of WWE for me. And I know a lot of people are like, why don't you take care about the other people? I do care about them. I care about for all the women's champions because we finally had the women's championship that was announced on WWE's 32nd WrestleMania. And I know I'm not really like hold on with me with the whole technicality, but that was amazing that they finally had a women's league now, and it was just constant surprise after surprise. They paced it really well and just climaxed fabulously.
My favorite part to me had to be one of the most, it, to me,
Oh, I
the
know.
show stealing moment to
Oh
me for
God.
WrestleMania. From WrestleMania was when the League was after the League of Nations beat the New Day. The League of Nations just had to run their mouths saying on how great they are against any three person team.
Eh,
When out of sudden nowhere, three great Hall of Famers returned to shut their mouths in the forms of Stone Cold Steve Austin, Mick Foley, and Mr. Hall of Fame, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels.
you pretty much just orgasmed in your pants when Shawn Michaels came out.
I mean,
You were so excited. You went so through the roof. The only time I was like, "Oh my God, this is the greatest event in sporting history," is when I saw Sean McMahon just jump from the L in the cell and just like break all his entire body, or when The Rock actually kind of like. So for all of us, we had all said how we wanted WrestleMania to end. I said I wanted WrestleMania to end with like a gigantic like flamethrower, and all of a sudden The Rock shows up with a flamethrower, and I'm like, oh my God, how did they know I wanted that?
yeah, the Rock comes back, has a grand entrance after a performance from the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Rock comes back, defeats Eric Rowan in a record 6 seconds, but the Wyatts did not want to take any of that, so they decided to want to try to gang up on the Rock. When out of sudden nowhere, one man who we all thought he said was not going to be able to make it to WrestleMania, he actually made it to WrestleMania.
Who was that man?
We're talking about 15-time World Heavyweight Champion John Cena.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can't see this. Other than that, like I've just been like really excited because coming this payback after payback airs is Camp WWE, and I'm like, oh my God, animation style. Are they gonna have a good storyline? Because I'm really excited because it's an animated series, and I love animated series like American Dad, Adventure Time, um, and so on and so forth. But when it comes to WWE, they've always had really good storylines, and I thought animation would be a really good way because they could get a lot more away with it. So this is going to be an adult series. It's going to come on. I don't know how many times a week. If it's going to go through one season, 2 seasons, we're about to find out though if it's good or not. And I just can't wait because Mr. McMahon in this series is going to be a kind of curator, headmaster of an entire camping ground with little kids, and all the kids are the wrestlers. And I really want to see how messed up the Undertaker is going to be, and all the other kids just running around, doing pranks on each other. It looks like Charlotte's dad, Nature
Boy Ric Flair.
No, Nature Man.
He's gonna play as himself in the actual show.
Yeah, he's gonna play as himself, and he's over there with his pretty hair, and he's like humping rocks. And then I'm actually really excited because there's a part where they went ahead and kind of like spoiled a little bit of it, teased it to us, where we're showing Mr. McMahon, Vince McMahon, go ahead and just like hunting down John Cena. And he calls him, I'm gonna hunt him down like a hypoallergenic dog. And I'm like, what the
fuck? but of course, Sunday after Payback, that's can't eat. But let's go ahead and get into the reactions of WrestleMania. So we opened up WrestleMania with the kickoff show, and the first match of the kickoff show was a United States title match between Ryback and Kalisto.
Yep. That was fun to watch. Kalisto is high flying. He's so agile. He's like a flying squirrel, man.
And with all those high flying tactics and a little help from the turnbuckle, Ryback was put away by Kalisto to retain his United States Championship. Okay, second match that came into the kickoff was, I believe, the Dudleys versus the Usos.
Again, they brought out the tables, and everyone was like, hypocrites! Hypocrites!
Yep, and unbelievably, the Usos managed to put away the Dudleys.
Yeah, by putting them through their own tables, which is
after the match.
And I thought that was just full retribution for them being, hypocrites.
Then the third and final match that took place was the 10 Diva Tag Team match, where we saw Team Total Divas go up against Team Bad and Blonde.
Yep. Bunch of awesome high-flying bitches. I liked it when all of them, constant action. It was fun. It was great to watch. I was more interested in the matchup between Charlotte Paige and, well, no, it wasn't Paige. It was Becky Lynch and
Sasha
Banks for the women's title match. And I thought that was, really awesome when they went ahead and did that. But I really hated it that Charlotte still has the women's title. I think it should have been passed on.
But that's not the match that started the main show of WrestleMania.
Yes, of course. Go ahead.
The match that started WrestleMania was the 7-man ladder match for the Intercontinental title between Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Sin Cara, Stardust, Zack Ryder, Dolph Ziggler, and who was the other guy in there? What?
Sin Cara?
I said Sin
Yes,
Cara.
well, I don't know. Well, that other guy, don't worry about him. Oh, wait, is it The Miz?
The Miz.
Yeah, The Miz.
Yeah,
The Miz almost actually won it, except he was kind of mocking being a vain person, and then Sami Zayn went ahead and just pushed him off the ladder.
No, that was Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder, and then Sami Zayn won?
No, Zack Ryder pushed The Miz off the ladder and won the match. Zack Ryder won the match, of all people. And he was actually one of my predictions to win it. Either him or Sami Zayn was my predictions to win that match. And Zack Ryder won it, only to lose it 24 hours later to...
we can hear you through the camera, but it can't pick up you guys.
Well, we're actually talking over them, so... Only to lose it 24 hours when The Miz regained it. Of course, gained it from Zack Ryder.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, next match we had was the epic classic between Chris Jericho and AJ Styles.
Chris being an overall dick, just being in, and AJ Styles.
Hey! Boy.
Yeah, I'm just like, fight. I still want to see more of them just kicking each other's asses, man.
Is that a submarine?
Yeah, he's stealing a submarine in GTA 5 right now.
Hey!
Just submit. Just submit. There
What?
you go, Beast. There you go. Relax. Everybody's okay. Everything's Millhouse.
Can we not ignore the dogs? I'll kill
Okay,
one of
let's
them.
next.
I'll-
Don't say that. Okay, these are our dogs. We love them to death. They just need a little bit more discipline. And okay. So let's go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. All right. Anyway, next match was the match we were recently talking about, which was the 6-person tag team match between the New Day and the League of Nations, where we already told you guys the League of Nations won. Then after they won, Shawn Michaels, Mick Foley, and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
But let's talk about how the New Day entered the arena. They went ahead and entered the arena in a big old box of Booty-O's cereal.
Booty-O's! They make sure you ain't booty.
And not only that, but they come out wearing Super Saiyan armor, and they just like it was so cool. It was just like they are the coolest prize in a cereal box you guys can get.
Yeah, New Day dressing up in Saiyan armor.
And some of them even had their own like monkey tails. They were like swinging around. I'm like, oh snap! These guys are so cool. And then the moment when Stone Cold Steve Austin, Mick Foley, and Shawn Michaels. Yes.
Yeah.
Are you going to get upset if I don't say Shawn Michaels?
No, not at all.
No, but you have to say it. Mr. WrestleMania, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. But anyway, moving on. We move on to the next match, which was Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose in a no-holds-barred street fight.
Oh God, that was intense. That got crazy.
That got crazy in a real bit of a hurry.
I think my favorite part is when Dean Ambrose just goes ahead and he takes Barbie, the barbed metal bat, and just like
Barbed wire baseball bat.
Barbed wire baseball bat. Yes, thank you for letting me be specific. And he just goes ahead and puts it up to his face and starts making out with it. He's like giving full-on tongue on that.
It's a wonder how he didn't cut his tongue on that thing.
Oh, he cut his tongue and he was still going at it.
Oh my God.
And then he just goes ahead and just like gets suplexed like 15, 16 times.
13.
13 times. Almost as I think he was on his way to beat the record of John Cena, but they were like, no, we can't have him being suplexed that much. And then he put all those chairs on the ground so Brock Lesnar wouldn't be able to suplex him. And they both got suplexed and keep on suplexing. They all in Suplex City. More Suplex City.
And there were times where Dean Ambrose was probably going to beat Brock Lesnar, but all of a sudden, a few minutes into the match, Brock Lesnar holds up Dean Ambrose and F5s him into the pile full of chairs. 1, 2, 3. Brock Lesnar wins it.
But I want to go ahead and say, Dean Ambrose had a chainsaw that he took from underneath the ground, and he was going to rev it up, and everybody in the screen was terrified. They were like, ah, don't do it, Dean Ambrose. And I was just like, go ahead and do it. Make it rip so hard. And then all of them were just like, no. And then just Brock Lesnar just kind of like Superman gets in there, and he's like, no, I am invincible. I am the White Lion. Hear me roar. And I'm just, fuck your chainsaw.
Yeah, pretty much Dean Ambrose didn't get to use that chainsaw. It's not like they were going to let him use it anyway, or else Dean Ambrose would have gotten in big trouble for using it. But anyway, moving on.
Well, why on the hell are they going to tease us with that? Why are they going to tease us with that? And he can't use it.
Anyway, moving on. We then move on to what was probably the worst triple threat matches in history when they were going to crown the first women's champion for the triple threat match between Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks.
Why do you say it's the worst?
Because apparently the result came came the very same way any match with Charlotte comes through.
With Nature Boy taking one of the girl's legs and just kind of like holding there so that Charlotte could submission Becky Lynch.
Yeah, guys, this old idiotic, wrinkled up prune idiot Ric Flair actually had to hold Sasha Banks to where she couldn't fully get into the ring just to get Charlotte to tap about Becky Lynch, and therefore we still have Charlotte as champion holding the women's championship.
Yeah, I wasn't very happy about it, but I think they did very good for the show.
Yeah, but pretty much Charlotte is truly showing on how much of a champion she is when she's being nothing but a coward.
I mean, it's not a coward. I mean, she should be the one who is morally responsible and be like, hey, Dad, I don't need your help. I am strong enough to go ahead and do this on my own. I mean, you've given me a bit of a bad name. And he could be like, oh, no, are you serious? I've been helping you win all this time. And I'm like, no, I really hated WWE. But she's not. She's not that nice of a person. She does not allow her dad to be there just for moral support. She has to go ahead and let him be that douchebag that he is.
Charlotte wouldn't really throw off her own father. She'll always want his help in order to retain the title. But anyway, moving on. Now we move on to Bella's favorite part. The cell match between Undertaker and Shane McMahon.
In a cell!
Yes.
Oh, God. And then you see Shane McMahon just walking over there towards it. Here comes it's all like raining dollar bills with his face on it. I mean, yeah, I can understand what kind of riots could have happened if it was real money, but I still would have preferred real money.
I mean, it looked like real money for a second.
I mean, it did look for real money, but you could obviously tell it was not. And then...
Well, maybe it's that they endorse real money.
I don't think it's WWE.
Buy shit on WWEshop.com.
Yeah, well, if you could have grabbed of some, but most of it I'm sure was thrown away in the trash. I mean, that would have been a really fucked up endorsement. All of these people just rioting, like taking all this broken dollar bills, all that stuff. But anyway, Shane McMahon comes in with his 3 kids, and it's so cute and it's so adorable. I'm like, they're going to be crushed in such a severe and unfortunate manner. And then they go over there. All the kids go over the barricades, and then Shane McMahon goes ahead and goes into the cell. And then, lights all turn out, and music starts playing. Undertaker just comes in his usual self, and I'm just like, yes. Let the dead man do stuff, because WrestleMania is his bitch, man. He might be Vince McMahon's bitch, but WrestleMania is the Undertaker's bitch.
And Undertaker pretty much proved that, but the highlight of that match was, as Bella said, Shane McMahon climbed on top of the 20-foot high cell structure.
Yes.
Then freaking leaps right off the cell.
To go, and he kind of just like tries to put his elbow, and he just like barely misses Undertaker as he rolls out of the way, and he's just like, oh!
And just clobbered onto the table. And if Jim Ross was there to call that match, I'm sure he would have brought back that old catchphrase.
Oh my God, they've killed him! They can't do this to the man. He's got a family.
and I would have just imagined like
what
happened if while Shane McMahon was walking, if he told his kids about what was going to happen, or that surprise was, it's a surprise for them. I think they would have been pretty shocked. I was like, ugh. Hey, Daddy, what did you do? Are you dead? There's a few times during the actual match, like, I could see, like, the lights off in the Undertaker's eyes, and I was like, oh, snap! Oh, is he gonna come back? And he just kind of... And then just Shane McMahon gets all the paramedics to come out and just pick him up and everything, and yeah, that was exciting. It kind of reminded me of that one time that Mankind was thrown off the cell by the Undertaker, where that saying that he just said, it's like, oh my God, he's broken into 1,000 pieces, something like that.
Yeah. I mean, after seeing Shane jump off the cell, I mean, I was like freaking shocked. Like, and the moment he landed, I thought, I've been saying in my mind, he's got to be dead. I swear to God, he's got to be dead.
Jump, Shane McMahon, jump, please, jump, jump.
But anyway, moving on from that, we next have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and we've seen a lot of surprise appearances pop into that Battle Royal, like two WWE legends, Diamond Dallas Page and Tatanka, and we saw someone in the Battle Royal that I never thought we'd see.
It was Shaq.
Shaq, yes.
O'Neal, right?
National Basketball Association legend, NBA legend, Shaquille O'Neal of the Miami Lakers.
Yep.
That's not even
What team is he on?
He's on the LA Lakers.
Oh, the
LA Lakers. LA Lakers. I mean, sorry.
It's okay, Shaquille O'Neal. We still love you. It's just we really don't give any craps really about basketball.
No
offense.
No offense
I
to the
am more of
NBA,
a Spurs girl. I'm more of a Spurs girl than I am any other team, and even so, I don't even care if they win or lose. But when they're winning,
they're gonna win.
But
we just know that.
Yeah, but they're gonna win. They're really good. Other than that, so the Andre the Giant Memorial match that happened, Shaquille O'Neal and the Big Show, right?
Yeah, Shaquille O'Neal and the Big Show.
These two guys are left in the ring, and they're just looking at each other like, what's going on, bro? They're like the biggest dudes, and all the other little guys just scatter like little ants away from the bottom of the rope. That way they're not disqualified.
But then they come back through after they turn their focus on Kane, and they all throw Big Show and Shaquille O'Neal out
over the top rope.
I mean, to be honest, I swear, if Shaquille O'Neal would have won that thing, oh my God! Imagine the reaction of the people that were in that building and all over the world watching on the WWE Network. Imagine the reaction if Shaquille O'Neal actually won. Oh my God! But then we fast forward through all the other eliminations, like Tonga gets eliminated, DP gets eliminated, blah blah blah. And the last to be eliminated from that match was Kane by Baron Corbin. An NXTer wins the Battle Royal.
Yep, and he stands by the title, and he's just copying the pose, and we go on to the next match.
And pretty much the next match took place like after a promo, which was The Rock versus Eric Rowan. And it only lasted for about 6 seconds because then Eric Rowan would run right into a would just launch himself right into a rock bottom, and then that's just it.
Yep. And then they also went ahead and showed that they had broken the attendance record for WrestleMania this year, which was like 100,000, 100 and something.
Yeah, it was like 100,000 people in that building.
Yeah, that's
oh my God. Then we move on to the match where I don't think anybody gave two hoops about, which is the main event for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship between Triple H and Roman Reigns.
So
Spear!
Pretty much Triple H comes out, and his wife Stephanie McMahon just introduces herself as the queen,
And Triple H as the king. They pretty much look like a bit of a Shao Kahn and Cinderella's king and queen from Mortal Kombat theory entrance there.
Yeah, I think
that entrance was really cool.
I thought it was creative. I thought they had the whole thing down where we're the boss, we do whatever we want, and you guys are just supposed to follow us. I mean, a lot of times, a lot of people would not be put on by that, especially because we have a tendency to be a little bit rebellious. But overall, they pulled it off very well. They the one guy over there all the way in the back of the line who was wearing the mask and holding whatever he was holding, who was scooting over a little bit, I think ruined it for me. You have to be on point, man. If you're not on point, pretend like you are on point. Because if you move, you are being viewed by millions of people. You kind of break the charade. And I understand you're completely human, but for the love of everything decent, if for everything decent, will you please choreograph yourself a little better? Then Triple H goes ahead and just like wrecks it.
Answer this call, dude.
And then Roman Reigns comes out and they start fighting.
Yeah. Roman Reigns comes out just like with a normal entrance, and the moment he loads up like he's doing Superman punch and hits the floor, fireworks just go up and that's it. He doesn't have much of a good entrance.
I think.
Anyway.
I mean, like, not everyone in the WWE has like a fabulous entrance. They do have good presentations. I of course, but I'm the kind of person who puts like everything on the level of Undertaker's entrance. And throughout the years, he's like gotten it right. But you know, like they're still creating their entrances. Shawn Michaels sings his own entrance. That's what makes him special. I think for Triple H with the whole water and the fact that his queen came out, I thought that was really cool too. Roman Reigns, he has a Superman punch. It's so strong that it breaks the stage and fireworks come out. I thought that was pretty decent. So,
I don't think he breaks the stage. He just points down and...
symbolically. I didn't mean literally, okay?
Yeah. But wait. On the match. A few minutes in a match, Stephanie McMahon comes in the ring complaining at the referee saying he should be counting faster or whatever, and the referee's distracted with her, and Triple H gets up. Then Triple H and the referee dodge out of the way when Roman Reigns goes for
Roman Reigns just spears Stephanie McMahon into the floor, and everybody's excited, and we're
not everybody really.
Not everybody, but I thought it was great. I was like, yes, she deserves that so bad for getting in the way.
Then Triple H would take out his aggression on Roman Reigns and pedigree Roman Reigns, and I was starting to get excited, like Triple H was actually going to win this thing, and Roman Reigns was going to be so disappointed, but then Roman Reigns kicks out, obviously.
Yeah, and he wins. He becomes the new heavyweight champion of the WWE Universe.
Yeah, after Stephanie McMahon gives Triple H a sledgehammer, Triple H never got a chance to use it. Roman Reigns hits Triple H for 2 Superman punches and then a spear, and there you have it. Roman Reigns as the World Heavyweight Champion.
He brought 2 spears. He brought 2 spears.
Yeah,
one for Stephanie McMahon and one for her baby Triple H.
Yeah. and that, ladies and gentlemen, was WrestleMania. Now let's move on to our predictions for WWE Payback.
Excited for WWE's Camp W. That's the only thing I'm really excited about this Sunday. That and Game of Thrones. But besides that, the matches.
Yes. The kickoff show is going to have a WrestleMania rematch once again between Kalisto and Ryback for the United States Championship.
Kalisto, Ryback. Ryback's really big. Kalisto's really agile.
So who do you see walking out of there with the United States title?
I would personally want Kalisto to still come out with the Intercontinental Championship.
United States Championship.
United States Championship, thank you. But I would think that it's Ryback's turn for Payback.
Well, Ryback got the chance to face Kalisto again after Ryback beat Kalisto on SmackDown, and Kalisto will once again go against Ryback in the kickoff show on the WWE Network.
I want Kalisto to win, but I definitely put my money on Ryback.
I would be surprised if Kalisto actually manages to beat Ryback again, but...
No, I'm not surprised. I would be like, yeah, he's agile, he's strong. Yeah, he can take down any opponent even twice his size. I'd put him up against Brock Lesnar, though he'd probably be unhappy about that. But especially being suplexed like 16 times, like John Cena, into the floor. But besides that, Ryback. I just say Ryback. I'm just like, whatever. Ryback.
Yeah.
Cryback.
Then other matches that we have include Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy, or as he likes to be called, Big Cass, will go up against the Vaudevillains in the Tag Team Championship #1 Contenders Tournament Finals to determine who will become the #1 contenders for the New Day's WWE Tag Team Championships. Which team do you see will win that and go on to face the New Day?
I like both of them. They're really good. I'm just gonna say it. Like, you got the Vaudevillains that have this old style type of wrestling, but they do it very well. They have great mustaches, man. They seem like real gentlemen.
They like to party like it's $18.99.
They like to party like it's $18.99, and they also like to I think that their favorite beer would probably be Not Your Father's Root Beer. But besides that, they're that kind of folk, man. I totally drink a beer with them because they have that beer. But when it comes to Big Cass and
Enzo Amore,
that's the fellas.
They're just cool.
How you doing?
They're just
haters.
Okay, let's do it. You go first.
All right. 1, 2, 3. How you doing? Oh.
What?
Okay, but anyway.
My name is
Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that.
And this right here
this is Big Cass, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guys in the room. How you doing? I could see those guys becoming the #1 contenders and quite possibly the tag team champions when they go against the New Day.
I think it'd be really cool. I love those guys a lot, man. They're funny, they're very catchy, and I would like to just go out and take a house and just party with those guys because they keep it real. But when it comes to the Vaudevillains, I'm like, they're more like if you want to drink beers with.
Yeah.
Okay, go with Enzo Amore and Cass if you want to take shots of Death Mint and all that other stuff, and then do some Bahama Mamas, all kinds of mixed drinks for them. And then when you just want to go for straight beers and be like gentlemen and all that stuff, maybe some whiskey like Mayor Smart, go for the Bonds Villains.
Yeah, but anyway,
sorry.
Moving on. Next match we have is Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin. And Baron Corbin set his sights on Dolph Ziggler after Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin?
Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin is the lone wolf who won the.
Heart in a Cage guy. Heart in a Cage. End of
Heart
days.
In a Cage. What?
His heart is in a cage on his chest. He comes with 2 little birds and a gigantic cage around his heart.
His tats, bro.
About his tats on his chest.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Anyway. I think
that's the end of days.
End of days guy, lone wolf, that guy.
Yeah. I really don't see Dolph Ziggler standing any chance against Baron Corbin. I mean, after the role Baron Corbin has been on, I gotta say, I choose Baron Corbin.
Yeah, Baron Corbin. Next guy. Next match.
Yeah, next match. But anyway, next we're going to have Cesaro versus the most must-see Intercontinental Champion of all time, The Miz, for the Intercontinental Championship. And, of course, The Miz is going to have his beautiful wife, Maurice, in his corner.
Who often, if he's in a situation, will sometimes be able to help him out. But other than that, I would not put my money on this. I think The Miz is annoying.
Don't want nothing to do with me otherwise.
Well, Miz isn't really that annoying when he's got one of the most beautiful women in all of WWE history.
I mean, yeah, but she might be beautiful. He might be a successful, wrestler with the rest of the cast. But right now, I'm just like, just jump off a cliff or something, man.
So you're going to choose Cesaro for this one?
Yeah, Cesaro.
I'm going for The Miz.
Not.
All right. Next, we're going to have a women's championship match between Charlotte, who of course is going to have Ric Flair in her corner, and Natalya is going to have in her corner none other than the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Bret the Hitman Hart is coming back to Payback. So with the odds being even at that, I'm going to say Natalya has all the advantage she needs in order to win the women's championship from Charlotte.
I would also say Natalya, but Charlotte is a sneaky, sneaky little bitch, and it's a flip of a coin right now for me. I'd be like, if it's heads, it's heads. If it's tails, it's tails.
Yeah.
I would put more favor in Natalya's corner for probability.
Right.
Next match.
Next match, we have a rivalry that's begun 15 or 14 years in the making. We're finally going to get to see a head-to-head clash against two former best friends in the forms of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
I like Sami Zayn better because he doesn't smell like garbage. He doesn't look like he's dirty.
Or
I mean, I there's nothing against you, Kevin Owens. It's just you don't look like you need to like trim up your beard a little bit. It's getting a little rusty over there. But I mean,
because you look like a freaking homeless bum.
I wouldn't say that he looks like a homeless bum. I just think he needs to trim up his beard a little bit.
Yes. But anyway, I too am going to go for Sami Zayn for this match.
But Kevin Owens is a big old gorilla man. He could definitely KO somebody. He's strong.
Yeah. Next, there's going to be a big segment at Payback where we're going to decide officially who's going to run Monday Night Raw from now on.
Stephanie McMahon
or Shane McMahon. Which means if Stephanie McMahon is chosen, then pretty much Stephanie McMahon and the Authority are going to bring boredom back to Monday Night Raw again.
I wouldn't necessarily find them boredom. It's just that they're going to find themselves keep doing the same mediocre shit over and over and over again. But when it comes over to Shane McMahon, like, he's been doing a really good job. I mean,
yeah, Shane
he's brought a lot of excitement, and I think, he does deserve to go ahead and run Raw as it is. I mean, has Stephanie McMahon been running Raw?
Yes.
Who's been running Raw since? Who's been running Raw?
Pretty much, mostly Stephanie and Triple H, but
no. I meant like Vince McMahon changed over to Sean McMahon.
Shane
McMahon. I'm sorry. I'm just like, it's
Are you
so
getting
close
Shane
to me.
McMahon mixed up with Shawn Michaels?
No, I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, he's been doing a good job. If it's been just, I don't know how it's gonna end out. Are they going to be doing a wrestling match for it again?
No, it's not a wrestling match. It's just a big announcement from Mr. McMahon on who will run Monday Night Raw from now on.
Vince McMahon.
I mean, chances are they could bring back a brand split between Raw and SmackDown. I mean, Shane McMahon could run Raw while Stephanie and the Authority run SmackDown, or vice versa.
Actually, that would be a pretty interesting idea. That way, they would split
then
the
maybe
company down.
Then maybe we can get the WWE draft back into the mix.
Yeah, that actually would be not a bad idea.
I mean, the last WWE draft they had, it was a pretty epic draft, but pretty much after all the stuff that's been going on for over the past few years and months, it hasn't really been that much fun with all the Raw and SmackDown superstars coming into the other show.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we should have at least a brand split again and have Raw perform on Raw, SmackDown perform on SmackDown, and maybe we could bring back the bragging rights pay-per-view. So
Bragging rights.
yeah, bragging rights. They used to have a pay-per-view called Bragging Rights where they have a main event tag team match to determine which brand was the superior brand.
Oh, that would be interesting. That way, like, we could have the New Day and some other guys, maybe the Vaudevillains or Big Cast and
Oh God.
and Enzo Amore.
Yeah. But anyway,
Very cool.
moving on. Now we come to the main event between Roman Reigns and AJ Styles for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Roman Reigns, the guy.
He's excited.
Yeah, Roman Reigns has been saying week in and week out that he's not a good guy, not a bad guy, he's the guy. Yeah.
I'd go for AJ Styles.
I would love to see AJ Styles win. That would be the most shocking thing ever if AJ Styles beats Roman Reigns for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and AJ Styles' old buddies back then, the Bullet Club, which turned into Brothers Forever or something like that, which is the members of Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. I have a good feeling that they could be a factor going into the match.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, as I was saying, I think Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are going to be a huge factor for AJ Styles going into a Payback, and AJ Styles could very well walk away as the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, I'd like to see him.
So with that said, that's our reactions for WrestleMania and predictions for WWE Payback.
Yes.
And if you guys liked our predictions, leave a comment on who you guys think are going to win at Payback, and let us know what your favorite moments was from WrestleMania.
And please remember to go ahead and suplex the subscription box if you'd like to see more.
Leave a like, comment, and of course, as Bella said, suplex or throw an elbow drop onto that subscribe button. And as always, we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Sorry, Markiplier.